Amazon needs the Rings of Power to be successful. They've shoved $1 billion into this series and they need viewership and ratings to be great, but so far they have faced a lot of backlash, but they've tried to silence critics, yet it hasn't worked for them, and now they're being accused of buying praise for the show, which honestly shouldn't surprise anyone. I have a bunch of things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this is a Bounding into Comics article that I wanted to start with. It says Prime Video accused of buying praise for the Rings of Power. Prime Video and the Rings of Power is being accused of buying praise from Tolkien and Lord of the Rings YouTubers and influencers after the show has received positive critic reviews despite massive negative reviews from viewers. And this honestly wouldn't be that surprising. Unfortunately, we have seen Amazon pulling some shady shit when it comes to the show. They've been trying to silence critics. They have gotten the media to even attack individuals on social media simply for saying, hey, the show isn't that good. It says not only has the show seen massive negative reviews from viewers, but Amazon announced a change to their review system that was confirmed by a representative to Variety, who reported that Prime Video quietly introduced a 72-hour delay for all user reviews posted to Prime Video. Which, of course, is absurd. I understand they need this show to do good, and ultimately they're a company, so they want to make money, but by trying to silence critics, you're only going to make them louder. By shutting off reviews on the Prime Video webpage, or making it so that you can't leave negative reviews on IMDb, just means that people are going to go to other forms of social media and other review platforms to leave their thoughts, and they're going to be even more angry at you. Now, a YouTuber named George the Giant Slayer posts that Prime Video has been buying praise from Tolkien and Lord of the Rings YouTubers, and we basically knew that this was going to happen, especially after the Superfans promotional video they put out months ago. They got a bunch of TikTokers and YouTubers to do this Superfans video. And of course, everyone laughed at them because it didn't seem like they knew the source material or knew Tolkien's work. So we knew that they were working with, social media influencers to try to get hype around the series. Unfortunately, you can't put it past these companies to pay people to give them false reviews. I mean, that is what companies do at this point, and it sucks to say, but that's why I don't trust, movie critics or people who work with these larger companies. It says he first points to the numerous influencers Prime Video used in an attempt to hype the show, which I just talked about. However, the most damning evidence comes from a YouTuber named Hello Future Me, who polled his subscribers back in August asking whether he should take a sponsorship from Amazon for a video on the Rings of Power when it premieres. And if you do not know who Hello Future Me is, they've got 963,000 subscribers, so Amazon would go to this individual to maybe get a specific video out of them or content around their series from them. But the YouTuber asked, how do you feel about me taking a sponsorship from Amazon for my video on the Rings of Power when it premieres if they don't get any say in what I say? I'm conflicted. It's free money for a video I was going to do anyway, but I don't really want to be seen as an Amazon shill at all, which is what would have happened. If you take money from a company for a review, you are instantly questioned by your audience in most cases. But it says he followed that post up sharing an email he sent to Amazon that notes if he does indeed do the video, Amazon has no veto power over what I say in regards to commentary. This will actually make the video more authentic and make my audience more likely to trust my thoughts on the show. And after sending that email, Prime Video ghosted him, which really isn't surprising at all. Of course, Amazon isn't going to want to give you money to talk negatively about their show, and there are a lot of influencers out there who would love an opportunity to get paid from Amazon, even if that means that their opinions are ultimately biased, because that is what happens when a company is giving you money, and in this case probably thousands of dollars, to talk about their show. You're going to feel more inclined to giving it a positive review. It's just the way that people work. Now, I don't really know much about this YouTuber, and even though he didn't show the initial email that Amazon sent him, I tend to believe him, because it does appear that Amazon is trying their very best to get the media and get YouTubers to talk positively about the show. It wouldn't really surprise me that they were reaching out to YouTubers, hoping to get some positive coverage on this show when it released. It says George the Giant Slayer commented on this revelation, saying, "Trust is hard-earned, but once you lose it, it almost never comes back. This is not a good look for the Rings of Power, but it's to be expected. They knew exactly what they had." He continued, and that's why over the past few weeks, you're getting this entire avalanche, this cataclysm of articles that are coming out and attacking not only the Fellowship, not only the fans, but they're attacking the professor. They're calling him a racist. It says when he closed out his video saying they're bleeding inside, they are losing, because if they are truly winning, you don't care what anyone says. You're like, you don't like it, great. You think it's butchered, wonderful. When you're winning, you know it, and you don't need affirmation from anyone else. Try to silence critics. I mean, we have seen them actively suppressing user reviews on the Prime Video webpage, and also IMDb, and of course, Amazon owns IMDb. Now, I had tweeted this a couple of days ago, but I said, we welcome discussion and even criticism around the series, which is what someone from Prime Video said, but then I responded with, then why are you manipulating the review scores? You're telling me the score has stayed almost exactly the same, even though 3,281 reviews have been added, and of course I did add the time of the screenshot and the date of the screenshot, and they are almost exactly the same, even though there's over 3,000 new reviews that have been added. It just doesn't add up. Something doesn't make sense here. And if we go on over to Rotten Tomatoes, of course, Amazon doesn't have a pull in Rotten Tomatoes, and that's where you can see the audience scores are not good. A 39% is pretty freaking abysmal, especially for a show they have shoved so much money into. I was initially very excited for the Rings of Power. I was hoping it was going to come out, it was going to surprise us all, and it was going to be good. It was going to be magical, and unfortunately, it has been a dumpster fire so far. We still have a couple of episodes before the first season is done, but it is not looking very good for Amazon at this point. But for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.